Hi, today I have a project here in front of me which I'd like to share with every single one of you. Now, right here in front of me, I've got a question which says that as the newly appointed manager or manageress of Volta Serene Hotel, you have been requested by the CEO to prepare a payroll using Microsoft Excel for all employees for the month of August 2021. Create the worksheet below and use the additional information provided to answer the questions that follow. And here is the table right here. And at the end, this is going to be our final project right here, as you can see. So we're going to calculate the commission, then total salary, and also the evaluation. Then coming down, we're going to find the average salary, the highest total salary, lowest total salary, number of times Mami Kokoba received commission, and then the total sales earned by a cost therefore. Alright, let us calculate the commission. Before we calculate the commission, let us go back to the question, which says that calculate the commission for each person who earns a total sales of 5,000 or more earns a commission of 12%, else 7.5 if it is less than 5,000. So let's go back to our work in progress, and we are going to use a function to build a formula that will calculate this for us. Let's go to the formula tab, then click on the insert function right here. Then from the insert function dialog, we have a couple of options here, but right here, so we're going to use the if function to determine that. And after typing the if right here, click on the go and then select if from the list, then click on OK. And right here we have the function argument dialog in front of us. And the logical test is that it says that calculate the commission for each person who earns a total sales. We are looking for the total sales. So here I've got the total sale in cell C2 right here. So this C2 happens to have 1,600. All right. So what is the logical test? If the content of C2 is greater or equal to 5,000, then cell C2, which we are coming to use the value if through, okay? So if the content of C2 meets the criteria, then C2 multiply by 12%. But if not so, then C2 multiply by 7.5%. And here I am getting 192. Use the autofill handle right here, this little square right here, drag it all the way down till you get this result right here. So that is how to calculate the commission. Now let's move to the next question. This one says that calculate the total salary of each person, which includes commission. So let me go right here and then let me type total salary right there. So how do we calculate the total salary? Base salary plus the commission, that is going to give us the total salary. So what we are going to do here is select these two. So drag from cell D2 to E2. Then right here, go to the formulas tab and then choose this auto sum. Click on it, and that is going to calculate it right next to the cell at the right side. Alright, then when you are done, use the autofill handle, then drag it down to calculate for the rest. That is how to calculate the total salary. Move the mouse pointer above and double click in between the F and then the G to automatically fit the content of the cell. The next thing to do right here is to calculate the average total salary into cell E20. So let me move back to my work in progress, and here I've got my column E, so I'm sure this is my E20. As you can see from the name box, when I click inside the cell, I've got E20 right here, which means that is my cell E20, and I want to choose, or I want to calculate the average total salary. And don't forget, this is the total salary right here, the column is F. And if you want to calculate that, you still have to go to the formula tab. Make sure the cell in which you want your result to appear is selected by clicking on it. Then go to the formulas tab, click on insert function. Then right here you are going to use the function called average, and right here I already have average here. If you don't have it, please type it here and then click on go, as we did earlier on. Click on average, then click on OK. Then right here you are going to select whatever you have over here, then drag from cell F2 all the way to F18, then click on OK, and here you have your average total salary. Now let's move back to the question, and the next thing we are going to do is to calculate the highest total salary in cell E21, then the lowest total salary in cell E22, and then find the number of times Mame Kokobo received commission in cell E23. Then calculate the total salary earned by Akos therefore in E24. So right here, let's go back to our work, and in our cell E21 we are going to find the highest total salary. So make sure cell E21 is selected, go to insert function under the formulas tab, then here the highest, we have to use a function called max. So type max right there, then click on go, and then from the list, which is select a function, click on the max and then click on OK. Then still you are going to highlight the F2 all the way down to F18, that is to drag, okay, to select it, then click on OK, and you're going to see the highest right here. Now coming here, we can see that this content is trending all the way to this cell, which isn't what we want. So let me just do a bit of cheat right here. Make sure cell B23 containing the number of times Mame Kokobo received commission is selected. Then go to the home tab, then click on this. This is decrease font size, to decrease it to 1. I think that will do. Even I think 10.5. After all, nobody will measure 10.5 out there, and I think this one is much better. Then coming here, cell E22, we have the lowest total salary, which we have to go to the formulas tab again, then click on the insert functions, and this time we are going to use a function called mean, then click on go. So mean returns the smallest number in a set of values, ignores logical values and tests. So click on OK, and then still select from cell F2 all the way down to F18, then click on the OK button to do that. The number of times Mame Kokobo received commission, and right here to calculate this you have to still go to the formulas tab, then click on this insert function. Then from this list, what we need to do is look for or count the number of times Mame Kokobo received salary. So right here I'm going to count if. So we are going to use a formula, we're going to use a function called count if. Then click on go. Then we have count if right here selected. Click on go again. And what we need right here is the range to select is this, that is the salesperson's name. So I'm going to select from B2 down to B18. Then the criteria, this is where we have to specify the name of the person, which is Mame Kokobo. So I'm going to go to the criteria, then type Mame. Please, you have to make sure you spell Mame Kokobo correctly, because if you don't, you're going to have problem. Click on the OK, and the answer should be 3. Good. Now the next question is to calculate the total salary earned by Akos therefore. in this cell E24. So we are going to calculate our cost therefore by going to the formulas tab, then choose insert function again. Then when you choose the insert function right there, we are going to use a formula called sum if. Then click on go, and sum if is going to come. Then it says it adds the cells specified by a given condition or criteria. That is good. So click on the OK button, and here what is the range? What is the range? The range is the B2 all the way to B18, which is the names, okay, the names of the sales persons. Then the average, the criteria here is what? It's supposed to be a cost therefore. So we're going to type a cost, so a cost therefore. Then the sum range. The sum range is definitely the total salary. So I'm going to come down here, then drag here, and by clicking in the sum range, we have F2 to F18. Then click on the OK button, and your answer should be 14245 right here. That is great. So I think we are halfway done. Now moving to our question right here, you will see that it says, the question it says that evaluate each sales person based on the criteria given in the table below. So evaluation criteria: 0 poor, so 0 and above poor, 2,500 and above fair, 5,000 and above good, and then 7,500 and above excellent. Okay, so that is what we are going to do now. Let me switch back to my work in progress, and then from in cell G1 I have to type evaluation. So this is why we are going to evaluate this. Then here we have to prepare a little table, okay, which will contain the evaluation criteria. So I'm going to go to my cell I2, then I will type 0, then press the tab key to move to J2. Then you're going to type poor, then press the enter key to come down to I3, then type 2,500, then move there, then type fair. So cell J3 is fair, and then 5,000 in I4 is going to be good, 7,500 is going to be excellent. So here is the table, and the evaluation, which means the total sale of each person, which is C column right here. Okay, so right in cell G2 where we want the result to appear, we are going to click in that cell to select it, then move to the insert function, go to the insert function right here, then look for a function called VLOOKUP. The V in the VLOOKUP is vertical, so vertical lookup. Then click on go, and here you see the VLOOKUP, and it says looks for a value in the leftmost column of a table, okay, and then returns a value in the same row from a column you specify. By default, the table must be sorted in an ascending order. So if you sort it in descending order, that is not going to work. You have to take note of that. So from the lowest mark to the highest, that is the ascending order. All right, click on the OK button, and here I have my lookup value. My lookup value right here is the total sale. So right here in the total sale, I'm going to click right here, which is cell C2, cell C2 right here. And then coming here, I have my table array. This is going to be the table. So the table array, I'm going to highlight this area containing the table. This is the table, okay? And next to that, I have the index. So the index here being the column number, okay, where I want the result to come from. which is definitely the J. So this is the first column right here. The I is the first column. The second column is J. So I'm going to enter 2 here. So the first one is the one containing the number, and then the second one is the one containing the poor, fair, good, and then the excellent. Then coming here, which is the lookup range. But right here, I'm going to leave this one right here. I'm going to leave this. Then what I need to do is that I have to convert the table array to absolute cell reference. Okay, so click inside this and then press the F4 key on the keyboard, then come here and then press the F4 again to make those ones absolute cells. Then click on the OK button, and you can see the evaluation for the first person says poor. Okay, then right here I'm going to drag from here all the way down, and I am done evaluating that. All right, let me go back to the question. The question 9 says that format the cells to allow them to show the Ghanaian cedi sign for all figures. Format cells to 1 decimal places. Okay, good. So Ghanaian cedi. Now right here I have to select from here all the way here first, then go to the home tab and then choose this, that is align left right here. I think this is what I want. Click multiple times until you get there. Come in here, I'm going to click on the drop down arrow and then choose currency right here. And after choosing the currency, in case you don't have the Ghana cedi sign, let me press Ctrl Z on the keyboard. In case you don't have the Ghana cedi sign, you have to go to your settings, or if you're on Windows 7, go to Control Panel. Windows 10 and Windows 11 users, go to your settings, then make your way to time and language. Then from the time and language, go to the upper right side, click on date, time, and regional formatting. Haven't clicked on that, still there, click on additional date and time, blah 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 settings right here. Then from here, click on the region, the date and time for the region over here, date, time. Then this is going to bring out the region dialog box. Move down to the lower right corner, click on additional settings, and when you click on additional settings right here, you have to go to currency, then type the Ghana cedi sign. So type this GH, so GH, and for you to get the Ghana cedi sign, you have to make sure your numeric keypad is active by pressing the num lock. Okay, it's very important. Hold down the Alt key, then press 155 and then release the Alt key, and that is going to bring out that. All right, click on apply and then click on OK. Click on apply again, click on OK, and then close this and close this. Now this time when you go to Excel and then go to the number group, click on the drop down arrow for the number, then choose currency, and now you should have your Ghana cedi sign right down there. Now you may see something like this, which means the content of the cell is too wide for the cell to accommodate, but we'll address that later. Now right here I have to still select this and then go to the number and choose currency again. Go here and then choose currency, but then I made a mistake. I should have worked this out quickly. So right here, let me still select everything from here to the total salary, then click on this drop down arrow and decimal places right here, change it to 1, then click on OK. Good. The same thing you're going to do for this. Click on the drop down arrow, decimal places 1 by clicking on the drop down arrow, then click on OK. Then this one to click and then click on the drop down arrow, then click on this to bring it down to 1. All right, now we are almost done with this project. Now let's go and then look at the last question. Change the worksheet name from sheet 1 to salary. That is the question. Change it from sheet 1 to salary, and I want to go back to my work in progress. Okay, here I am in my work in progress. Then I'm going to change the worksheet name by coming down to the lower right corner, right click on the sheet 1, then go to rename, or you can press F2, click on there and then press the F2 function key. Change it to salary right there. When you are done, click. Now it seems we are almost done with our work. Now we don't want people to see these two guys, colon I and then J, so we're going to click on the colon I, then drag to the J, right click on it and then click on hide to hide that colon. After all, it is not necessary. Then come in here, we have salesperson's name. You can see the name is not showing well, and that is because we have to wrap the text by going to the home tab, then click on go to the alignment group and click on wrap text, and that is going to wrap it for you. Then next, this commission, we have to click on the commission and then go to the alignment group and then choose this middle align. The same thing for these two. We are going to highlight the two, then choose this, and that is it. Now we are going to put everything in a table right here, but before we put these things in a table, let's highlight the average all the way to this side. Okay, then we're going to merge the cells by going to the alignment group, click on the drop down arrow, then click on merge cells. The same thing we are going to do for this. We are going to merge the cells, so click on the drop down arrow, merge cells, merge cells. Then the lowest salary, the same thing, we are going to merge the cells, and the number of times Mami Kokobo received salary, we're going to come down and then merge the cells. Then we would also look at the total salary earned by cost, therefore select everything there, come down here and then merge the cells right here. All right, now I want to drag this one a bit, that is in between the colon D and then the E, so that this commission can have a bit of space over there. Then right here I want to drag this a bit, and then right here to just drag this a bit, and then right here to drag this a bit, and I've got these things right here. Now I need to put everything in a table. I'm going to highlight everything right here, and then maybe one way to work is to go over here to the font group and then draw a border, that is to say all border. So but anyway, this is how the work's supposed to be. Okay, but if for some reason you are going to be doing it, that is by digital presentation, then press Ctrl Z over there, make sure the selection is still active, then go to the styles group right here and then click on format as table, and then you can choose anything from here. And in my case, I'm going to use green, table style medium 14, and then it's going to bring out this format as table dialog. I'm going to accept everything by clicking on OK, and I am good to go. Now there is one thing that we left behind, which is you cannot do a project or a work without saving it. But reading the question, there is no part of the question that states that you should save it with this name. But when you read the question well, you would know that you are preparing a payroll. You will know that you are preparing a payroll for the month of August 2021. Okay, so I think we should save it with payroll August 2021 right there. So I'm going to copy that to save a bit of time, then go down here, click on the file button, and then click on save as. In my case, I want it to be on the desktop, so I'm going to click on the browse right here, then move to my desktop by clicking on this desktop. Then I will type payroll August 2021. So payroll August 2021, then click on the save button, and this is how to pull this basic project off. Thank you.